Thank you for joining us now. Let's continue now. I was going to ask Mr. Nelson Akujumi to talk to us about what he thinks the government can do to address this critical situation, because we will, of course, certainly Nigerians will need cash, and more people may want to have cash at hands before that election day. So are you optimistic that anything can happen, the situation can improve more than this before election?
I want to be optimistic, recognizing the fact that government exists to make it better for the citizenry.
I'm not sure. Can you hear me, Mr. Akujumi? Well, I think we've just been disrupted again by a poor network signal there. But Mr. Kujimi was trying to talk to us about how optimistic he is.
I can hear you now, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you now. So continue on that thought, please.
Okay, I said government, I'm very optimistic that the situation can improve between today and tomorrow, because people need cash, to make, their daily livings. And be that as it may, I'm also conscious of the fact that government exists to make lives better for the people rather than to inflict pains and hardship on them. So one would continue to harp on the need for the federal government and the central bank to obey the Supreme Court ruling of February 15th and 22 February 2023, that the old 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira should remain legal tender until the dispensation of that matter. But in the interim, so long as the banks are able to access enough cash of the 200 naira denomination that the federal government says is still the legal tender, I believe things will get better. I'm very optimistic about that.
Apart from the issue of, the Naira, the new Naira note, what are the issues that are germane ahead of the general election that you think that the government needs to address? I understand, of course, that the government is trying to put everything in place ahead of Saturday.
Well, another major issue the government needs to address is the issue of fuel scarcity. You can still see, queues here and there, but unlike in the past. In the last 1 week, the situation has improved tremendously. Also, going forward to the 2020.
Well, I think we're losing Mr. Akujumi there. Well, there are quite a lot of issues that have been raised, apart from the issue of making the new Naira note available.
Hello,
yes.
If you can hear me.
Okay, welcome back. Talk to us now.
Yes, I said the issue of fuel must be addressed. The fuel scarcity should be addressed before the elections of Saturday and go days beyond that. I also talked about the issue of fake news. Fake news has become the greatest threat, not only to the election, but to our humanity. You have seen the avalanche of fake news pervading the public space. Just yesterday, there was this fake news that banking systems will be shut down to prevent, electronic transfer within the banking system. And thank God the CIBN has come out, or the CBN has come out to deny that. And, a lot of us have also gone forward to deny that, as well as the issue of security. The security apparatus must be on top of their game. The atmosphere must be such that agents of destabilization will see for themselves that, they are playing with the law. Because if you undermine the process, it will be a violation of the law, and the law will deal squarely with you. So these are issues, going to the elections that we need to, and at our various levels, we need to admonish one another that the success of an election is not that of the security agencies or the umpire alone. It's a collective responsibility. As a voter, go to the polling station on election day, cast your vote. If you don't have a PVC and you don't have a reason to be there, please stay away from polling stations on election day. Only those who have authority to be there should be there, whether if you are a party agent, an accredited party agent for that matter, a security operative, election observers, the media, and maybe emergency responders in case of emergency. If you don't have any business or on election day, please stay in your home and occupy yourselves with other things.
Okay. I mean, you made mention of the fact that the CBN has come out to deny that fake news about the fact that they were going to shut, transfer platforms or banking operations on the platform on the web down. Good that the CBN has clarify their position on that, but there are concerns that again that the basic platforms, transaction or payment platforms might be used for vote buying that day. What's your position on this?
Well, my position on it is that, like we always say, the law exists for man and not man for the law. Our lives as citizens does not begin and end on election day. If there are issues of vote buying and it will be used and the e-platform will be used, then it makes it easier, for the security apparatus to track such payments, and they can do their investigation and take the necessary step. But you don't, because you are suspicious that a crime will be committed, then you close all roads, that even people who want to do legitimate business, will be adversely affected. Just like we say in my local parlance that I'm a Yoruba man, that if we say, let me put it in my own local language, Taba dijuke ni buruku koja, enirema koja animo. Meaning that if you say you want to close your eyes so that you not see a bad man passing on the road, a good man will also pass, you won't know. So we won't say because we want to prevent vote buying, we shut down a system that is the livelihood of human beings. It is for us to up our game to ensure that every transaction that is going on the platform is monitored, and if we find anything untoward, the security agencies know what to do.
So just two questions before I allow you to go. What do you think would be the implication should any commercial bank, goes ahead to shut down their payment platforms or the e-payment platforms? Maybe the banking system. Let me start, Kujumi. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you. I didn't hear you before. Come again, please.
I believe there are implications of doing so should that happen, talking about shutting down e-payment platforms on that day. What do you think the implication will be when it comes to looking at the economic implications about this? Can you hear me, Mr. Kujumi? Now, if you can hear me, I was trying to ask you what implication that will have on the economy if should that happen, because we understand that yes, it's a rumor, but it's a rumor, of course. We also know that the CBN has come out to deny or to debunk and clarify, make their position known. But should that happen, what do you think will be the economic implication of that?
It will result into economic anarchy. It will result into social anarchy. It will result into medical anarchy, because a lot of other facets of our lives are done through the banking system, not only for those who want to buy goods. So for me as an individual, it is unimaginable. It will be primitive for any agency or any government to contemplate such an idea in this age and time. Just like I said earlier on, you don't because you want to prevent an occurrence,
right,
to close the whole window to every other platform. It should not be encouraged. It should not be contemplated. So I believe strongly that nobody will be thinking in that direction.
Okay.
Not in this age and time.
Okay, I think a good place to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time, Nelson Ekujumi, Policy and Public Affairs Analyst. We appreciate you. for sharing your thought with us.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Yeah. You've been watching Business Breakfast coming to you live from our studios here. Still to come after the break, Brent crude futures rose 2 cents to $80.62 per barrel in early trade. We'll bring you details in the global market after this break.